an all-Western. Conference matchup in today's game as the Lakers come into town for this one. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. The Timberwolves again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. Pass to Bjelica. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Bjelica's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Timberwolves. Here's George. Vucevic with the block. Fires the three. And another three for Minnesota. Both teams tonight, Doris, looking to take a measured approach to this game. What should we expect to see in these half-court sets?
Yeah, typically these two coaches want to make sure they're in control of what's transpiring in the half-court. So you see that point guard look over to the sideline, maybe get a play call from the head coach, and then try to execute it. But they're certainly seeking out the best matchups, and if that means changing sides of the floor, getting to the third and fourth options, that's exactly what these teams will do.
And stolen by Dedmon. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Paul with the ball. Here's Bertans for three. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Teague can't hit.
0 for 4, they can't buy a bucket.
Murray. Kicks it out to Paul. Pass to Vucevic. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
George, no good.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Now here's Paul. Brogdon with it. Teague covering. But they get it back. Kicks it out to Paul. Back to Vucevic. There's the triple. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Vucevic.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
For three, Brogdon. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Well, we know this about Nikola Vucevic, right? He's always been a reliable option on the offensive end. He's at his best when he's sort of balancing that inside and outside game. This guy a year ago focused on posting up and getting better looks close to the basket.
To the inside. Dedmon trying to break free. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
If you don't keep Aaron Gordon out of the paint, it's going to be a long night. How easy is that?
One-on-one fence.
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Pass to Vucevic. From past the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Well, a point guard must understand window of opportunity, and Jeff Teague specializes in exactly that.
Wide open look here for Murray. Now here's Brogdon. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Brogdon's got 8.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Takes a 3. The shot by Brogdon, no good. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Well, you think about the Minnesota Timberwolves becoming one of the premier offensive teams in the league. They have a huge advantage in free throw attempts and limiting turnovers. 2 things that have really set this group apart.
Los Angeles making a switch here. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Here's George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Doris, you look at the Wolves offense. Have they maxed out how good they can be?
I think one area they have to look at is in this age of the three-pointer, they were one of the league's lowest in three-point attempts. To me, they've got to boost that number, and I think they also need to look to attack in transition. They've certainly got enough weapons.
T. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
Shot by Johnson, no good.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Kevin, there are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
And the shot is good. George has got 7 points in the game.
How about Paul George puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. It's good on the putback.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
And the Lakers call time here.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
I think sometimes that's all it takes, right? We'll see if it helps them moving forward in this one.
And the Lakers making a change here. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers, trailing by 10. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Puts it up from 12. Here's Gordon. Misses the baby hook. Nikola Vucevic firing on all cylinders for Minnesota. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
I'll tell you, when you take care of the backboards, good things seem to happen.
Well, I think it's been a priority to hit the glass, no doubt, and using their length and athleticism to perfection on the boards.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players. The front office seems slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
All up top. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the inside. And Turner with a clear path to the rack.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Ball outside. Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of every best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
It's Brogdon on the wing. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Brogdon's got 10 points.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
Well, the offensive game of Aaron Gordon continues to improve, and when he's feeling it, he stays aggressive.
To the left wing. The three from Bertans. Traps in the tray. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Minnesota calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Pass to Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gordon's got 12 now in this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And you look at Jeff Teague, now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
Here's George, and he makes good on the layup. George has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Timberwolves passing it around. Crawford's shot is good.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And George with that jam.
Get out of the way. Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Pass to Bielitsa. Back to Paul. And stolen by Dedmon. Pushing it up. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 24.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
The Lakers in the lead. Ball's knocked loose. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. He's got 26.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. .58 seconds left in the second quarter. Paul outside. Crawford outside. Fires the 3. Timberwolves working now with the new shot clock. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 6 points for Wilson Chandler. And taken away by Paul. Pass to Bialica. Back to Paul. Tries again. Chandler, he's open. And a little up that time, but it drops. Chandler's got 8 points.
And you gotta love how Paul sees the whole court so well. Maybe the best quality for a point guard to have.
And the Lakers call time here. .26 seconds left now here in the second. Now Turner. Pass to Adebayo. And here's Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Back to Paul. Crawford, no one around him. And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 1. It's tipped. Pass to Forbes. No good there. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Here's Paul. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That'll be his second foul of the game. A shot by Wilson, no good. And it's the Lakers on the break. The tray. And again, the Lakers, no good.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
It's a close game here in Minnesota. Outside Terry. Buries the long-range jumper. Terry's got the first field goal of the second half for Los Angeles.
Well, after missing their first 3 shots, they finally get one to go in this half.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. And it's blocked.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
6 to shoot. There's Crawford with the 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 8 points for Crawford.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job. I think the one constant with Tom Thibodeau is you can always hear his voice the entire game. Doesn't matter if you're up 20 or down 20, you will hear Tom Thibodeau on the sideline.
And hearing Coach Tom Thibodeau, some have described his voice as part growl, part bark.
He's very intense, Kevin, and I think the one thing you know about Tom Thibodeau, he likes to say, there is a price to pay. It's all about the work you put in.
To Dedmon. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Vucevic.
You simply have to respect the passing ability of Paul George, his ability to read and react and make the right choice. So good.
Now here's Paul. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The shot by Brogdon wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Murray outside. Back to Paul. Timberwolves passing it around. Out left to the wing. And that's good. Jamal Murray for three. Murray's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter. And now only one away from being in the penalty.
No good from outside. The Lakers in the lead. Here's George. And Greg Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts in Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling.
We now have rules, Doors, that protect shooters from defenders stepping underneath them. But what about when the defender leaves his feet and the offensive player steps underneath and tries to draw the foul?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to look at is, okay, we certainly do not want the defender to have unnatural movements which place him underneath the feet of the shooter, because that's where injuries can happen. On the other side of the equation, and this has become problematic to me, you see far too many shooters either jump unnaturally outside of what should be a straight up and down shooting motion, or guys who kick their legs sideways in an attempt to draw contact and fall over. But Kev, this is where officiating is about feel, touch, and vision.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. And taken away by Paul.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really, Murray is so crafty at getting contact on his drives. Just fearless going to the hole.
And so Murray nails both of them.
I'll tell you, he's coming through for them at the free throw line today. His form has been perfect.
George with no one around. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
But you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Outside for Murray. Back to Paul. In the corner, Murray with it. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. And the Lakers call time here.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
Six seconds left in the third. Back to Chandler. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Paul George.
The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
Johnson outside. Shoots over Turner. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Lakers on top. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Timberwolves trail by 12. Paul looking around. Pass to Kid Gilchrist. And the shot goes in. Kid Gilchrist has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Timberwolves. Here's Adebayo. Jackson trying to break free. Adebayo with the bucket. Adebayo's got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers. Kicks it out to Crawford. No good on the triple.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Paul with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 14-point game. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Here's Jackson, and he converts the layup. And the Lakers lead by 16.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here's Mills from the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
It's Crawford on the wing. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Oh, since the break, his efficiency has gone up a notch, looking really polished now.
It's deflected. Pass to Adebayo. That one good for 2. Adebayo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that athlete.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Terry outside. No good with the triple.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
Pass to Paul. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Young from outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Vucevic. Off target from outside. Los Angeles leading by 16. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Paul. Murray for three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. That's now 8 points for Jamal Murray.
And if you don't get out on Murray, he will light you up from beyond. He's lethal.
Pass to George. He's looking for Teague and finds him. Here's Gordon, defended by Paul. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dedmon. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Kicks it out to Paul. .129 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Vucevic. And another three for Minnesota.
You love the decisiveness with which Vucevic is making these decisions. He's got the green light to shoot it on the catch.
Free throw, good. Teague.
Well, there's so much value in how Jeff Teague runs an offense. He's got great speed. He plays hard on both ends of the floor. I think any organization would be lucky to have this guy.
Pass to Vucevic. And here is Brogdon. Back to Paul. For three, Murray. Paul outside. Now Brogdon. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That is his first foul of the game. Inside. Back to Paul. For three, Murray.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Lakers.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category. And they continually put pressure on the defense.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Aaron Gordon.
Boy, what a determined offensive presence he has been for them tonight. He carried the scoring load, and as hot as he was, it took a ton of pressure off his teammates all night.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Murray, good.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Well, you love how the ball is popping outside on the perimeter. It's being moved and finding the open man, and they're cashing in.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Minnesota with the ball. Brogdon inside the line. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboards.
You know, and a lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the carom.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.